befriend someone that has a lower number like myself. I'm not saying I'm any better or I don't have anything, but what I can say is that I'm not that. I don't do that. And there is a difference. I'm sorry, ladies. There is a huge difference. Yoga's so sexy as is. I just told Kasir the other day, I was like, I'm at the place where I'm starting to feel like, wow, just the posture is sending out this vibration. So I've got to create a delineation. I've got to say something now because I'm practicing yoga, which is why I'm not on the camera every day taking photos of me doing yoga, because I can't have a practice if I'm constantly having someone take a picture. When I take photos, like pictures, it's just that one freeze frame in the moment. Then I go back to doing what it is I'm doing. Hopefully, you understand, living my life and doing other things that are outside of the feed of the camera. But, you know, it's neither for me to say or not. It's the same thing, like, it's funny, and having done the post about the yoni eggs, you know, I said that based on how I feel, based on it being real to me. I'm not trying to slander or to take away from any other woman that wants to stick yoni eggs up their vaginas every 5 minutes, that want to make this a business. I don't want to make my vagina a business. I don't want to necessarily do that, because there's a way to heal and there's a way to make money by not necessarily selling ideas that I don't believe in. I'm sorry, I don't believe in sticking things up one's vagina in order for it to come out like this magical Glade plug-in. It's not that. It will never be that. You cannot erase the imprints, the psychic molds. You know, sometimes I see women and I go, wow, she's 22. Why does she look 35? Well, because she's had over 50 men grab up on her body. So all of these fingerprints are literally in her or on her body. And some women, they love this. They feel it's a way to be empowered, and it's not. That's the number one way someone that has been traumatized and abused tells themselves. Let's applaud the abuse. Let's attract more of it. Let's bring more women that feel the same way and that co-sign this type of behavior, so that I'll never have to really heal myself. So that I'll never have to stop doing what I feel has given me this title, this label. You understand? I'd rather be known for something that I want to leave an imprint on than be known for, you know, talking way too much about something that I don't even believe in. Just for what? To be popular? Go ahead and do it, man. There's a world out there for everyone now. And again, I am not talking about Detox Pearls to slander anyone that feels that they need to use them all the time. But a detox pearl, you don't even know what these women are making these little cheesecloth little things to stick up your vagina. You don't know what's in it. You don't know what they're putting on these things. They're not FDA approved. Some people are not well. Some people get off on selling things to hurt you. You understand? A detox pearl, why would you stick something up your vagina and leave it there for days on days? And you think this is drawing out impurities? No, it's taking out bad and good flora. You don't know what it's doing because there is no gauge. But you can gauge an apple cider shot. You can gauge a chlorophyll cleanse. You can gauge ginger juice. You can gauge not eating pork, beef, or chicken. You can gauge that because it's something you're in control of. If you want to make your own little detox pearls, do that. But these women are buying products from people that they don't know and are sticking them up the most sacred parts of their bodies. Just the other day, I spoke to someone who, she's like, I was walking down the street and she landed herself in the hospital, fainted. Doctors don't know why she fainted. I said to her, are you still using those detox? Oh yeah, I use them all the time. How do you know it's not that? Depleting you of something that your body actually needs. What's up, Winston? How do you know it's not something that you have no idea? If you're healthy, you do not need to stimulate. Thou doth protest too much. If your vagina is well, You do not need to stick objects up it to detox it. Just drink some water, some coconut water. Make sure, I think women are afraid of not having sex. Like it's just gonna destroy them. You understand? What would happen if they really just stopped for like a year? Just stop for a little while. A year is not a long time to not have sex, but it is for someone who's convinced themselves they can't go to sleep without having an orgasm, or without stimulating their clitoris, or without stimulating their vagina. And these are the type of women I'm supposed to encourage my son to entertain? No, because what's happening is it's just devaluing everything. You women, what would there be for me to date if I decided to date at 38? Are you kidding me? That whole part of my life was skipped. Dating and all that. I met nice guys, but they always seemed to want, the cookies before they even came into the kitchen to help me cook them. You know what I mean? And I was like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to share something so intimate when I haven't even known how this person might react in 3 years. Give yourself a little time. And if people don't want to wait, then they weren't worth it. You understand? Let them go. Those numbers, though, are ridiculous. I'm sorry, ladies. You guys we're doing way too much. So why would a man expect to open a door or to treat any woman with respect or class if we don't respect ourselves? Why would a man not ask me for a vagina, a pussy picture, or a picture of my breasts, or, why not? All you other women are putting it out there for free. Your boyfriends don't even have to ask you this. You'll show this to men before they even know your middle name. But I'm wrong for saying it? Hey, if I'm wrong for saying it, then maybe you're wrong for doing it. I wouldn't have to say so much if you just learn to respect yourself a little, close your legs and say, you know what? There's a way for me to love myself and get attention without having someone just stare at my vagina lips and at my areolas all day. Because they're not stimulated by what you're saying. I'm sorry. And I know that is why these numbers, it's driven these women crazy. It's driven them crazy, and it's made it all as though we all exist and function like this, and we do not. I'm not even talking about women of color. I'm just talking about women in general. Forget the melanin active, because honestly, we all expected women that aren't our color to do this, right? So many people say, well, we expect white women to do that. When did it become that, women of color? I don't expect any woman, white, black, polka dot, Asian, I don't care. Respect your body. Respect your temple. You're talking about it being a temple, but then you treat it like a nightclub where everybody just can sit down and come through, take pictures on it. It's ridiculous. So yes, there are people out here that do want to teach yoga, that do want to help people, that want to be helped, but let's be a little humble, all right? Let's not all act like we're not suffering from extreme narcissism and vanity. If you've taken over 3,000 face pictures on Instagram, or over 1,000 body photos naked on a social media site, there's something to be said. But I'm not judging you. What I'm saying is any clinical psychologist would say, hey, this is a category you fall under. It's the same thing like when you go to the doctor and they ask you for how many sexual partners you have. You fall into certain brackets, 1 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60. Once you've reached those 150s, you're in a different bracket than the women that have only entertained 5. But this is why they say be careful with who your partners have sex with. Because if your partner has had sex with 300 people, you're entertaining those 300 people as well. And this is how deep it goes. But people don't care. Herpes and hepatitis and all of these sexually transmitted diseases are now becoming normal, are now becoming just a common thing. It's not. It is not. And I'm sorry to be the one to say, you guys need to slow down a little. Real sexual magic comes from being silent. real empowerment, real femininity has nothing to do with what these other women started as a means for them to establish themselves here, as a means for them to have a voice, as a means for them to be taken as seriously as the man. The Gloria Steinems, all these types of women. They're not, no one is pressuring black women to do this anymore. It is on us now. If we don't value ourselves, no one will. But if we devalue ourselves, everyone will applaud it, give you money, numbers, popularity, and say, please do it some more so that you can mess up the next generation to come. And that's what it is. So thank you. And my Tumblr page, just in case people do want to check, I never do this, but I'm going to start being more specific about share, you know. It's Celina Cordoba L. I'm not even saying anything that really shouldn't hurt people unless you're behaving like that. You know, it's like, why is it an offense unless you're living your life like that? Everybody has an opinion, and if everyone's opinion was the same, life would be very boring. I can only talk about the things that I'm passionate about and the things that I know because I've lived them, because I've contributed in at least trying to heal certain women. Some women are not meant to be healed. Some people don't want to be helped. Some people like being in pain. Some people want to be whores. That's okay. Let them. Some people want to be trashy. Let them. That's all right. But not all of us exist in that same. And not all of us are saying that's normal. It's not. It is not normal. So guys, please value your penises and be careful with what you stick them in. And women, please be careful with what it is you allow in your womb, because it's gone too far. Peace and love, you guys. See you later.